My name is Sarah. I am 30 years old, and I live in a small apartment in New York City near Brooklyn Bridge. From my window, I can see the city lights at night. People think living in New York means excitement, love, and big dreams. But sometimes, even in the brightest city, your heart can feel very dark. 2 years ago, I was deeply in love with a man named Daniel. He was confident, charming, and full of big promises. He told me we would build a future together. I believed him. I trusted him with everything: my time, my heart, my dreams. Then one evening, he said 3 simple words that changed my life. I need space. Space turned into distance. Distance turned into silence. And silence turned into goodbye. After Daniel left, I felt like I had lost myself. I stopped painting, something I loved since childhood. I stopped meeting friends. I only worked, came home, and stared at the ceiling at night. 6 months later, I met someone new. His name was Ethan. Ethan was different. He wasn't loud or overly confident. He worked as a school teacher. He listened more than he spoke. The first time we had coffee, he asked me, "What makes you happy?" I didn't know the answer. That scared me. Still, I gave him a chance. Ethan was patient. He never rushed me. When I had bad days, he would bring cheesecake from my favorite bakery. When I had panic attacks at night, he stayed on the phone until I fell asleep. He never asked for more than I could give. But here's the truth. I was scared to love him, not because he was wrong, but because he was right. One night, while walking near the river, Ethan held my hand and said, "Sarah, I know you're still healing. I'm not here to replace anyone. I just want to be someone who stays." His words made my chest tight, because staying is scary when you've experienced someone leaving. Months passed. Ethan never changed. He was steady, calm, safe. But I was not. I would pull away when things felt too real. I would create arguments for no reason. I would say, maybe we're too different, even when we weren't. One evening, after I pushed him away again, he looked at me with tired eyes and said, "Sarah, are you afraid of losing me? Or are you afraid of needing me?" That question broke something inside me, because the truth was, I was afraid of both. That night, I went home and looked at myself in the mirror. I saw a woman still living in fear of the past. A woman punishing the present for someone else's mistakes. The next day, I did something brave. I called Ethan and said, "Can we talk?" We met at the same coffee shop where we had our first date. My hands were shaking. "I'm scared," I admitted. "Not of you, but of loving you." He didn't interrupt. "I keep waiting for you to leave," I said. "So, I try to leave first." Ethan smiled softly and replied, "I'm not Daniel, and you're not the same Sarah anymore." Tears rolled down my face. For the first time, I wasn't running. I was choosing. Healing isn't dramatic. It doesn't happen in one big moment. It happens in small decisions: answering a call, staying during an argument, saying, "I'm scared," instead of "I'm fine." Today, it's been 1 year since that conversation. Ethan still teaches at the same school. I started painting again. We argue sometimes. We laugh more. We are not perfect, but we are honest. And that changed everything. If you've been hurt before, I want to tell you something important. Not everyone who comes after heartbreak is there to hurt you. Some people come to show you that love can be safe, but you have to let them. You have to stop fighting the people who are trying to stay. If you're listening to this and you're scared to love again, I understand you. But don't let one broken chapter stop you from writing a beautiful book. Because sometimes the person who stays quietly is the one who loves you the loudest. If this story touched your heart, tell me, where are you listening from? And don't forget, your story isn't over yet.